going on? This is John Fears. Welcome back to Fearsman26. You guys asked for it. I'm doing another one. I'm doing another Q and A. The Q and A went over so good the first time, I thought, you know what? I'll bring it back. So I have selected 29 questions, guys. 29 questions out of a possible, I think I got 50 or 60 questions. So I just want to thank all of my fans for all your wonderful questions. And if I didn't get to it this time, we can always do Q and A part 3. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so question 1. This is from Mercenary. He says, favorite book. I gotta say, one of my favorite books is one of my heroes, Mark Summers. He was the host, he was the original host off of Double Dare. He wrote a biography on his life, and I've read that book not once, not twice, but 3 times. It's a good book. So it's an amazing. He lived an amazing life. So I highly recommend seek out his biography book. It's good. All right, number 2. And this is from the Sega Camp Gamer, one of my personal favorite YouTubers. Check him out, the Sega Camp Gamer. He says, when are you going to play Mario Party 2? Sega, you already know the answer to this question. I'm going to play Mario Party 2 when I come to see you, buddy, and not before. When I come to see you, buddy, in Canada, and we hang out, that's when I'm playing Mario Party 2. Okay, 3rd question. Richie Wright says, favorite movie character? That's easy. Hands down, Ray Stantz off of Ghostbusters. Enough said. Moving on. The next question is from Pixel Protocol, another one of my favorite YouTubers, guys. Check him out. He does very cool memes, does very cool live streams. He plays video games. He's a good guy. Check him out. He says, Fears, favorite Jean-Claude Van Damme film? Pixel, this is an easy one. Bloodsport. I love Bloodsport. I know they made Bloodsport 2, 3, and 4, but all the other ones suck. It's all about Bloodsport number 1. Alright, let's see. The next one is from D-Man. Again, one of my favorite YouTubers. He makes videos about squirrels. It's just all squirrels all the time. These mini adventures that the squirrels do in their tree, they're amazing. D-Man, check him out on YouTube. He says, favorite Randy moment. Oh, there's a lot of favorite Randy moments. If you guys don't know who my friend Randy is the genius behind all of my cartoons. So I write them, I voice them, Randy animates them, and sometimes Randy, he does voice acting too. But I've got a couple of favorite moments. I'd say any cartoon that me and Randy work on, those are some of my favorite moments. But a classic moment was when I met Randy for the very first time. We were in film school, and we had to, whenever we were working on projects, the teachers would call it lab. So we would have to do a certain amount of hours in lab. And I walked into lab, I was having a hard day, couldn't figure out how to do something, how to edit something, and Randy was like, well, here, let me help you. And then the bond formed, and then me and Randy spent the entire rest of the lab just fiddling around After Effects, and I think Randy he recreated out of blocks in After Effects the Matrix guy dodging bullets, and I thought that was so funny. And we just laughed our ass off for the rest of lab, and it was pretty funny because he put sound effects, but really it was just a block figure just moving like this to block bullets, and he was dodging them, and I thought that was just really funny. Alright, next question. Richie Wright, again, another one of my favorite YouTubers. He has 2 channels. Check him out at Richie Wright. He does tons and tons of challenge videos, guys. And then on his 2nd channel, it's called Can Man. And on Can Man, he does anything and everything BMX biking. check out those 2 channels. He says, Fears, what are you afraid of? Very good question. Very appropriate, Richie, because my last name is Fears. I'm scared. I'd say I'm afraid of like 3 big things. First of all, everyone is afraid of death. I'm afraid of dying. I don't want to leave. I like my life. Even though I'm a man of God and I'm a man of faith, you don't really know what's after death. I mean, you can pray and pray and pray and pray, but nobody really knows what's out there until you pass away. So, yeah, am I afraid of death? Absolutely, I think everybody is. So that's number 1. Number 2, I'm afraid of failure, you know. That's why I work so hard. I put a lot of effort into my channels. I put a lot of effort into my personal life, away from YouTube. I just don't want to be a failure, so I'm afraid of failure. And probably the third thing is I'm afraid to die alone, because Fears doesn't have a lady right now. So ladies, hello, get it while you can. I haven't had a lady like in 2.5, 3 years. So I really don't want to die alone. So I'm afraid of that. So those 3 things, those are biggies. So yeah. All right, continue on. Richie, you were kind of bumming me out. Just joking. Just joking. All right. Favorite band? Sharon L says. And Sharon is in the chat. And Sharon, my favorite band is, without a doubt, CKY. Enough said. Moving on. Sharon L again says, do you like plays, stage shows? Yes, Sharon. That's how I started out. Before I started doing film and stuff, Fears was in every high school play. I was in every college play that my film school did. And I love theater. I just love film a lot more. Next question. Another one of my personal faves. Sharon is a personal fave too, but Sharon, you're awesome. Sharon's kid, check him out, Caleb Templeman. He makes more content than Sharon. So shout out to both of those guys. Next on the list is we got the great, the wonderful, the talented Jessie Bell Hill. Another one of my personal favorites, guys. She does a lot of video content with the MMA hoes. I could have went on longer, but for the sake of this video, I didn't want to. Check out the MMA holes. Jessie Bell Hill helps out with the MMA holes, and they have a really cool channel. They do anything and everything MMA fighting. She says, Fears, favorite restaurant? Well, Jessie, that's an easy one. Ruby Tuesdays. I love their steaks. Good steaks. Continue on. All right, Cody Lee. What's up, Cody? He says, Fears, history or science? It's got to be science. It's got to be science. Nothing against history. I do love history, but I like science a little bit more. All right, let's continue on. Let me just scroll down here a little bit. All right. Shout out to N4. N4 gets the next question. And he says, Fears, why do you love vlogging? Very simple, N4. People get so tired of their own life. So they come onto YouTube and say, I wonder what that guy's life is all about. And you have to tell a story from beginning, middle, end. And so someone that really doesn't like their life, or not that they don't like their life, or they think their life is boring, I try to make my life, even though it's not really exciting, I try to make it as exciting as possible. And I show them my life through a vlog or through a stream, stuff like that. So if you guys haven't checked out my vlogging channel, it's at Fears Vlogs. It's good stuff. Check it out. I do streams and vlogs, a mixture of both. So hopefully that answers your question, N4. Okay. The next question, again, from the great Pixel Protocol. He says, Fears, favorite beer? Pixel, that's an easy one. Favorite beer? I love Coronas. I wish I had a Corona right now in my hand, right here, while I'm doing this Q&A, but I don't see a Corona. Give me a Corona! I need a Corona. Okay. Richie says, how do you like your coffee, Fears? Richie Wright says that. That's easy, Richie. they pour the coffee. So coffee goes in first. 1 cream. And it has to be non-dairy cream. Either non-dairy powder cream or soy milk. I'll take either one. Preferably soy milk. And then 2 sugars. There we are. Okay. N4 says, favorite learning experience. N4, I've got 2. My very first learning experience, my favorite, was when I went off to film school. I loved film school, learned a lot. 4 of the best years of my life. Film school is amazing. I loved it. I wish I was in film school right now to gain more knowledge. And probably the second one, anytime I went on a field trip as a kid, I always enjoyed those learning experiences. And my favorite field trip / learning experience was when I was in middle school. We went to the St. Louis Science Center. I think that was one of the very first times I went to the St. Louis Science Center. Learned a lot because, again, I love science. And so yeah, those 2 I would have to say N4 are my 2 top favorite. All right, next question says, is from Johnny Orlando. He says, Fears, can you get me a coffee? No. Get your own damn coffee. Or come to the Lake St. Louis Starbucks and have a coffee with me. But get off your lazy ass and get your own damn coffee. All right. Jelly Duck says, hey Fears, how's your day? It's going great. I mean, it can't get more better than this. I'm doing a Q&A for you guys. It's amazing. All right, continue on. This is from Mattman. Check him out, guys. Mattman, he's got 2 channels. He's got Mattman and then Mattman Vlogs. All right. And he says, Fears, if you could meet any Back to the Future cast member, who would you meet? Oh, hands down, it's going to be a real hard pick between Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. But if I could only pick one, it would have to be Christopher Lloyd. Hands down. All right. Next, let me just scroll up a little bit. This is from Richie Wright. Again, check his channel out. He says, Fears, when are you going to sell merch? Okay, guys. People have been asking me this for a long time. People want Fearsman26 merch, and they want Fears Vlogs merch. I personally think I don't have enough subscribers to sell merch. Maybe in about a year or 2, whenever I get some more subscribers, I think I would feel more comfortable getting merch. But as of right now, no merch, but it is a possibility in the future. I'm not going to say that I'll never sell merch. I would love to sell merch, just not at this time. All right. All right, next question we get is from the great Adam Roman. Again, check his channel out, Adam Roman. He says, short film plans. Tell us about them. Yes, I've got 2 short films planned for Fearsman26. My friend Ethereal101, the first one we're going to do is called The Cemetery. The Cemetery, and it's about a ghost that cannot leave the cemetery, but he doesn't know that he's a ghost. And a woman comes to visit her husband, and so I'm playing the husband / ghost. I think I'm still alive, but whenever I try and leave the cemetery with her, or whenever she's not around and I try and leave, I just can't leave. So it's kind of like it's going to be like a drama, but kind of a thriller. So I've had that idea noodling around in my brain for quite a while. The second one, guys, I can't go into much about it, but it's going to be the second short film is going to take place not in the way, way, way future, but in the not too distant future. And it's going to be kind of a, I don't know what you'd call it, kind of like someone on a journey. And I'm going to call it The Traveler. But that's all I can depict out of those 2 things, because I don't want to give everything away, guys. But I think you guys will like the next 2 short films. It just is, I'm so busy, so whenever me and Ethereal101 get a chance to shoot those 2, we will. Promise. Okay. So, another question from Adam Roman. He says, Fears, do you have a go-to coffee, or do you like to switch it up sometimes? Adam, very good questions. I do like to switch it up sometimes. I do have a go-to coffee. Usually my go-to coffee is, I go into Starbucks with my mug and say, I'd like a Pike with soy. Pike with soy. If they're out of Pike, then I switch it up and either get green tea or just normal tea. So, yeah. So I do switch it up every once in a blue moon. Alright. Continue on. The next one is from the Sega Camp Gamer. Again, wonderful channel. He says, Fears, would you ever play vintage video games again? Yes, Sega, I would. I actually love more vintage video games than all this new bullshit, because I grew up with all the old vintage video games. I know how to play them. I'm actually quite good at the old ones. Am I good at the new games? No, I'm not. I suck at playing video games with all these new ones. But the old ones, I can beat the old ones like crazy. Just not the new ones, because with new technology, I'm just not good at playing video games. These new ones. The old ones, amazing. So Sega, again. But I will not play the old video games, Sega, until we hang out. So there it is. Alright. We got another question from Sharon L. And she says, Sharon! She says, favorite sport, Fears. Sharon, I've got a few favorite sports to play, and then a few favorite sports to watch. Favorite sports to watch is hockey and soccer. Favorite sports to play, baseball, and probably soccer. So yeah. Okay. Another question from the Sega Camp Gamer. He says, Fears, would you ever play Super Smash Brothers? Oh, I have, Sega. I've played the original Super Smash Brothers, but I think Sega Camp Gamer is referring to the new Super Smash Brothers. Again, Sega, you're going to have to wait. When I come and visit you, we will play all that shit. I promise, buddy. We will eat Tim Hortons until 3 a.m. in the morning, because Sega lives in Canada, and we will play video games, and it'll be delicious jams and jellies. Alright, next question. This is the 24th question, guys, so we're getting to the end. I promise. I tried to go through these as quickly as possible. Pixel Protocol says, Fears, most awkward experience at a Comic-Con. Pixel, there's two. The first one was when I met Dean Cain. He plays Superman out of The New Adventures of Lois and Clark, Superman. I was standing in line. It was almost my turn. All of a sudden, Dean Cain's manager just came out of nowhere and said, nobody else. He's done. He's done for the day. He's done. He's done. I'm done. We're done. And he made like a big spectacle about it, and I was like, oh, I guess I won't be able to meet Dean Cain. I start to turn around. Dean Cain comes out from behind a curtain, and he's looking at, he's like, hey, everybody, what's going on? And I was like, oh, well, he probably took a break then. Apparently, his manager thought that they were done for the day, and I guess his manager was getting, I guess, a little either annoyed or impatient, and so the guy was like, well, I thought we were done, I thought we were done. And he goes, no, I just went to go take a lunch break, and I'm back. And he went, oh, okay. So the guy was like super annoyed for no reason. I don't know what it was. And then all of a sudden, they reopened the line. I was like, hey, what's going on, everybody? Yay! And I was like, all right, well, I guess I am going to meet Dean Cain. So it was not super awkward, but it was a little awkward because the guy made such a spectacle about it. But so that was the first one. The second one, I was at my buddy's convention. I have a buddy that owns his own convention, and I was there. Come to find out, at his convention, this was like one of the first or second ones, because my buddies ran this convention called Contamination for a while. And I think it was like his second attempt doing it, or his first attempt. They had a big haunted house, and everybody come to find out that the people in that haunted house, that was running that haunted house at my buddy's convention, they were stealing stuff from my buddy's convention. I don't know what they stole, but we heard that they stole a lot of stuff. So that was kind of awkward, and And it was a big deal because I was like, wow, you think you can trust people? And my buddy trusts those people to run a good, run a good haunted house at his con. And come to find out, those people like were stealing a bunch of stuff. That's the story that I heard. But yes, it was pretty awkward. I was like, wow, that's pretty insane. So yeah, Pixel, those two. But for the most part, all of my experiences at Comic-Con, besides those two, have been quite pleasant, quite good. I love going to Comic-Con. If you guys have never went to Comic-Con, it's amazing. You should check it out. All right, next question. This is from Stereotypical American. He says, where's the novel, Fears? We heard that you said that you wrote a novel. Can we read it? All right, Stereotypical American, here is the business. I've never told anyone about the novel on Fearsman26. I've told you guys about it on Fears Vlogs, but the truth is, yes. I didn't write a whole novel, guys. I do like to write in my spare time. I wrote about half a novel. It's not finished. It's on a thumb drive in my backpack over there, and I haven't released it to anyone because I don't think it's ready yet, and plus I don't think it's good enough yet. And it's very personal. It's very personal too. I took aspects of my own life and mixed it in with the story that I made up. So maybe one day when I finish it, guys, my fans can check it out. But that would be the best answer I could give. All right, next question. Adam Bacchidi, great channel. Adam Bacchidi, you need to check him out. Just YouTube his name and his YouTube channels will pop up. I've only seen about 5 or 6 videos on his channel, but Adam, those 5 or 6 videos that I watched, buddy, good stuff. He says, Fears, I'm a big fan. Would you ever consider doing a collab video with me in England? Absolutely, Adam. Absolutely. We've hung out a couple of times. You're a good guy. You like my content. I like your content. Absolutely, buddy. Get Fears a plane ticket. I'll be right on over there to the UK. We'll sip some tea, have some crumpets, and come up with some collab videos. Maybe watch a little Postman Pat. And there it is. Hell yeah. All right, this is the next question, and we're getting down to the last 3 questions, guys. We're on question 27. Adam Bacchidi says, Fears, what do you most miss about your hometown in England? For everybody that doesn't know, Fears is half British, half American. I've lived half my life here and parts of my life in England. A lot of my family is from London and a little tiny village called Hull, Hull. They're both great places. I've checked them out. They're good. I'd say what I miss the most, Fears is all about friends and family. So, of course, the thing I miss the most is my family, Adam, because I haven't wanted to go visit my family. Since 2011, my cousin invited me over for a wedding, and I haven't been able to go back since because I've been so busy and not enough money to go over to England and stuff. So I do miss my family the most. Probably a second thing, I love British food. I love British food. So, and in my hometown, they make a lot of good British foods. They have these lemon tarts. I love those. And then British beef is really good. Mash is really good. I mean, I can't get enough of British food. It's very fattening foods, but it's good food. So I'd say those two. But the main one is my family. I miss my family so much. All right, here we are, down to the last 2, guys. This is from Shane Vlogs. Again, great channel. Check him out. Shane Vlogs, he told me yesterday he's at 151 subscribers, guys. Let's get him up some more subscribers. Check out Shane Vlogs on YouTube. He says, Fears, would I ever interview The Rock? Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yes, 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 and more yes. Enough said. All right, and here it is, the last question. And this is from Joey with the Letters. It is, Joey with the Letters has 2 channels. He's got Joey with the Numbers, and then Joey with the Letters. Joey with the Letters is Joey with the Numbers' brother. They're twins. And he says, Fears, Would you ever challenge your friend Pixel Protocol in a hot dog eating contest? No, I wouldn't, Joey, because of a few reasons. One, Fears has Crohn's, and Pixel doesn't have Crohn's, and whenever you're in a hot dog eating contest, the object is to eat as many hot dogs as humanly possible. So probably by after the 6th hot dog, Fears' Crohn's would kick in, and Pixel would go for the win, and Fears would just be on the floor crying because I'd have so much stomach pain. So, Pixel, you win the hot dog eating contest all the way. And that's it, guys. That is it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed all of these questions and answers. Again, if you want to ask me a question, put it in the comments below or tweet me on Twitter at Fearsman26. And if you guys enjoy this, maybe sometime down the road we'll do a part 3. Anyway, I'm hungry because Joey with the letters made me hungry now, and I'm kind of craving a hot dog, so I'm going to go. So, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out of here.